the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, against Ron and Don. Big Ron, Heavy D, the Harris brothers. Think of that. The Harris brothers, they can match up physically with Dusty Rhodes and Vader, and very few teams in professional wrestling can say that. All right, Goldilocks standing by with Jerry Lynn. I understand Jerry has some very interesting news about the X Division.
I'm here with Lorenzo Papa, the winner of the NWA auction. He's going to be helping me with the Jerry Lynn interview. Take it away, Lorenzo.
Thanks, Goldie. Jerry, undoubtedly one of the very best talents in all of TNA, but you're also the #1 contender for the X Division title. A right you earned last week by winning that grueling gauntlet match. But tonight, it's Paul London, the very man you defeated last week, who's going to get the shot at the newly crowned Kid Cash. How does that make you feel?
Hey, the kid's a hell of a competitor. He deserves it. Besides, tonight, I have a lot of unfinished business I have to take care of.
Which brings me to my next question. Tonight, you're in a very unusual matchup against Joel and Jose of the SAT. Now, we all know that Conan's going to be at ringside. What's your battle plan for odds like that?
Well, you know what? In a lot of ways, Conan can be just as devastating to the X Division as Vince Russo. And tonight, I'm going to do whatever it takes to stop that cancer from happening.
Great job. Good job.
Thank you. Don, Mike, back to you.
And it is time to introduce the SATs. Let's go to JB.
The following contest is a triple threat match. About to make their way to the ring, being led by Conan from Brooklyn, New York. They are Joel and Jose, the SAT.
Interesting situation here. Jerry Lynn has an X Division title match upcoming in the future. He postponed it in order to face the SATs tonight on NWA TNA in this three-way dance.
And introducing from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 212 pounds, Jerry Lynn.
You talk about the courage of one's convictions, which I spoke very detrimentally about AJ Styles just a few minutes ago. Conversely, I have to speak very positively about the courage of the convictions of Jerry Lynn, who's put aside that X Division title match, stepped aside. Paul London gets the shot later tonight, and now he wants to prove that the X Division is superior. Conan, who has joined us here at the broadcast position, to the Luchadors, your first recruits, Joel and Jose Maximo, the SATs.
I'm going to be using linking verbs, dangling participles, conjunctions, and intersections. And you know what? You play favorites, Mike. You're always talking about Jerry Lynn. How about the SATs?
How can you even say that as we see Jerry Lynn
Look,
go
there you go, talking
hit the
about that.
slingshot cross body block. I have been a huge proponent of this X Division, whether it's Amazing Red, Jerry Lynn, AJ Styles in the past, and certainly both of the Maximos, the SATs, you haven't been watching. How about that? Acai moonsault gone bad.
What you're seeing is Lucha Libre. And you know what? Jerry Lynn had the audacity to say he was going to reestablish the X Division, and I had problems understanding him because, frankly, I don't speak pygmy. But you know what? The SATs are going to take care of him tonight.
I don't know. What I'm seeing is Lucha Libre, but I just saw the Acai moonsault that was invented by Yoshihiro Acai, a Japanese wrestler.
In Mexico.
I'll give you that.
There you go. They stole our stilo and they renamed it X Division. They just added some clothesline and kicks.
Now, this match has been billed as a three-way match, Mike, but I don't care how you look at it. It's a handicap match.
Right.
It's 2-on-1.
And again, props to Jerry Lynn for even putting himself in this kind of a situation.
Quit kissing his ass. You know what? Both you guys can bounce. I got some lovely parting gifts for you guys. I'll take over and announce what's happening, all right? How about the SATs? They're going out there against a crafty veteran, and they're showing why they're going to be the best tag team in this promotion.
Jerry Lynn, high risk. And obviously the numbers game of Jose and Joel Maximo, well, momentarily paying off. Lynn able to fight off Joel Maximo, but then Jose was ready and caught him in the head with a kick.
Well, órale, arriba la raza. He knew what he was getting into when he got into the match. Don't talk about courage. The guy's an idiot. If it would have been Sharkboy and AJ Styles, two other white boys, he probably wouldn't have taken the match. But since it's two Latinos and he's so pretentious, he thinks he can beat both of them.
how does it feel to be placed in the same sentence in the same grouping as Vince Russo? If you just heard Jerry Lynn's pre-match interview saying that it's just as important that we keep the Luchadors and we keep Konnan in check as it is Vince Russo and Sports Entertainment Extreme.
I don't give a damn about anything Jerry Lynn has to say or do anybody else in the X Division if they're not Latin. Like I said before, they've stolen our stilo, and every gabacho that steals our style is going to be held accountable, and every week there's going to be a different surprise. You're not going to know where I'm coming from or who I'm coming with, and that fits with the NWA mindset, if you will.
Hey, I think that sounds pretty exciting to me to see all these great new young stars.
So in other words, you are recruiting people from Mexico to come here to NWA TNA?
Mexico, Puerto Rico, wherever there's Latin superstars.
Any names that you want to give us?
Wait and see. Now, why don't you talk about the action here?
Complexion of this matchup has turned in favor of the SATs, no question about that.
You notice I have to prod?
How can you say that? Who has put over this team more? They have one of the most incredible finishing moves, the Spanish Fly, that I've ever seen in professional wrestling.
In fact, I was one of the first ones last week that even to say I thought the SATs would be a good fit to join Konnan because I felt like they were not getting the respect that they deserved in NWA TNA.
Great double teamwork here by the Maximos. Super kick right into the German suplex. You saw the bridge. You saw the pin attempt by Joel Maximo, but he only is able to gain a 2 count on Jerry Lynn.
Well, it's only a matter of time. They're wearing him down. It's a battle of attrition. You know, Jerry Lynn, technically sound, charismatically deficient, and my boys are about to wipe up the mat with him. I'm going to go in there in a few minutes and congratulate him.
Well, I guess it was pretty obvious that you have no link, no association to Vince Russo and Sports Entertainment Extreme, judging by what we saw last week when you were confronted by Russo as you and the SATs were leaving the TNA asylum.
I have no link to anybody but my Latino wrestlers who have always been ripped off, have always been delegated and relegated to the side, and now you're stealing their stilo, like I said before.
Well, I've always admired Jerry Lynn's courage, but I have to admit, Jerry Lynn was the one that made this challenge, so you can't blame the SATs for going out there right now and doing the teamwork and absolutely taking over this match at the moment.
And I think this is a great example. We are going to see each week right here on NWA TNA if the Luchadors can keep up with the X Division wrestlers.
Even if they can, they invented this style. They're the pioneers of this.
That's fine. There's no question about that.
Beautiful move by Jerry Lynn. I will give him that.
Head scissors takeover by Lynn, and certainly we see so many of these X Division moves from American-based wrestlers that I first saw in Mexico. I'm never going to deny that. But I think that they've turned things up a notch or two. That bar has been raised. Let's see if the Luchadors can compete. That's what this is all about.
I'll tell you what, Jerry Lynn's got a fire at him all of a sudden. It just came from out of nowhere.
Fireman's carry.
Taking over here. 1, 2.
Now got the shoulder.
These two kids are obviously nervous because I'm watching them. Maybe if I wasn't out here, they wouldn't feel as nervous. You know, you got Konnan, the godfather of Mexican wrestling out here, and they want to come out here and show improvement. Maybe they're overdoing it a little bit.
Cradle pile driver attempt by Lynn, but it's broken up.
Here we go.
Into a pinning predicament and a 2 count on Jerry Lynn. He almost was beaten by the SAT.
Take him out. Let's do this.
You see both SATs in communication with Konnan here at our broadcast table, and
you know what they're trying to work out here.
It's fly time. Spanish Fly being set up. The double team move that they invented and that I am going to put over because here comes the Spanish Fly on Jerry Lynn.
You better put it over. I'll put a Spanish Fly on your ass in a minute.
Look at the fight from Lynn on top.
Wait a minute. What just happened?
Oh, my God. What are these guys doing?
No.
Only 2. Cut the music.
Whoa.
Only 2. Somebody jumped the gun. Another
That's right.
And another 2 count.
That's right. Finish him off.
Going to try the cradle again.
Joel, wait a minute.
Drop kick. He just pile drove his own partner, his own brother. Speaking of the cradle pile driver, Lynn's got it.
No.
Spiked him.
Here it goes.
1,
2. It's over.
Damn these guys. What's going?
The winner last, Jerry Lynn.
Konnan, they had him 2-on-1. What happened?
The hell is
what happened?
I'm furious. This is.
And then Konnan is headed to the ring. Konnan is headed to the ring. What does he have in his hand? He's got like a riding crop or some kind of a whip in his hand as he chases Jerry Lynn to the back. Konnan in the ring with the SATs. I know Goldilocks is standing by with Raven.
Big match.